Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Hi, I'm Brenda Pape, owner of the Unique Salon here in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and we are hiring a hairstylist. This station could be yours if you're interested in the job here at the Unique Salon. We have openings for a commission-based stylist or even a rental stylist. So if you're interested, please get back to me at the Unique Salon, 673-4969. Thank you.
Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hey, welcome in. It is a Tuesday, February 4th edition of the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook and YouTube. And maybe you're listening to this later on in podcast form. We do thank our sponsors, Brothers Market in Sigourney is our headline sponsor, where savings are made simple. Make sure you download the app. Make sure you go to shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons. You can earn rewards. Take advantage of the deal of the week, shopping deals, and a whole lot more. It's a smart way to shop at Brothers Market in Sigourney. We thank them for being our headliner. We thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. We thank Oski Dental and Brothers Market. Hey, we thank Garden Gate in Sigourney for sponsoring our forecast. And, of course, Valentine's Day coming up on Friday, February 14th. Call or stop into the Garden Gate on the east side of the Sigourney Square. They can get you hooked up with fresh flowers, balloons, candy, stuffed animals, candles, all sorts of stuff for Valentine's Day. They are proudly serving Keokuk County and the surrounding area for 27 plus years. Check out the Garden Gate for Valentine's Day. Our forecast for today, well, let's see here. We have increasing clouds and definitely cooler today. A high of 29, wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour, north winds blowing in some colder air for today. So yesterday we were in the 50s. Today, not so much. Cloudy skies for tonight, a low of 23. Now, for tomorrow, things are going to get interesting. We'll have a chance of some snow in the morning, patchy snow and freezing rain during the midday, freezing rain in the afternoon, and a high of 32, and a chance of precip tomorrow at 90%. Now, new ice accumulation less than a tenth of an inch tomorrow, little or no snow accumulation expected. But that glazing of ice could get dangerous really quick. So just be advised of that tomorrow. Again, sounds like we're gonna start off with a little bit of snow in the morning, and then turning over to freezing rain as the day progresses. So something to keep in mind tomorrow into tomorrow night, as still a 40% chance of some freezing rain before midnight tomorrow night, a low of 29. Thursday will be sunny and a high around 40. Now, current conditions in southeast Iowa, humidity at 71%. Winds are north at 15, maybe to 20 miles per hour. The barometer at 30.44 and dew point at 8. Right now, according to the National Weather Service equipment here in the Oskey Dental Studios, we do have 15 degrees in Sigourney, Iowa. That is your forecast, again, sponsored by the Garden Gate. Great place to shop for Valentine's Day. Let's get into our This or That. It's sponsored by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, Welcome Realty. If you had to go without one of these, which one are you going to pick? No TV or no music? And I'm wondering, there's no timeline on this. Is this like forever? Or is this just like for a day or for a certain amount of time? If it's forever, I don't know. If it's for a day, I'm going to go without music for a day so I can watch some TV. If it's for longer than that, I don't know. This is kind of a toss-up. That'd be hard if it's forever. But I don't know. I'll let you guys decide, figure that out. Comment on that post. It went up at 6 a.m. this morning. Our question of the day goes up at noon on Facebook. It's sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main in Sigourney. Do you miss full-service gas stations? You know, we had one of these in Sigourney. Oh, it's been a while ago. And, you know, they come out, wash your windows, pump your gas, check your oil, whatever else. So, yeah, man, you miss that. Do you miss full-service gas stations? That's your question of the day. And maybe for some of you, if you're young enough, do you even remember full-service gas stations? Ding, ding. You pull up, you run over the little ding, ding, dinger. So do you miss the full-service gas stations? That's your question of the day. Goes up at noon. All right, our tournament that's going on. For the Fun of It tournament, favorite soda is our topic for February, sponsored by Shetler Insurance Services. Get a hold of Stacy on the east side of the square in Sigourney. Our matchup right now going on till 6 p.m. this evening, Dr. Pepper versus 7-Up. What do you think? Thumbs up for Dr. Pepper or heart for 7-Up? That post went up at 6 p.m. last evening, goes through 6 p.m. this evening. Get your votes in and vote for either Dr. Pepper or 7-Up. Let's take a look at our overall brackets. Coca-Cola got by Sunkist. Sunkist put up a good fight in that first round, but Coke moves into the second round. Now we're over on the right-hand side, Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. Coming up next this evening, we'll have Ginger Ale versus Pepsi. We've also got Diet Coke versus A&W Root Beer. So using a lot of the most popular sodas out there. Do you call it soda? Do you call it pop? I call it pop. But for the sake of this tournament, we're going with favorite soda. So those are your matchups. Again, right now we've got Dr. Pepper against 7-Up. About the only time I drink 7-Up is when I'm sick. You just need something that's nice and gentle on your stomach, some 7-Up. Otherwise, yeah, I don't drink 7-Up all that much. Dr. Pepper versus 7-Up for the Fun of It tournament, sponsored by Shetler Insurance Services. Let's go to basketball coming up tonight here on Steve Shetler Media. We've got Sigourney at Iowa Valley. If you tuned into the sports section this past weekend, you heard Sigourney's Mitch Eslick talking about the Iowa Valley player that's like a 4-star recruit. a heck of a player for Iowa Valley. We're going to see what the Sigourney boys and girls do at Iowa Valley tonight. And you can watch it live here on Steve Shetler Media. If you can't make that road trip, tune in, Facebook or YouTube, and you can see the game Sigourney at Iowa Valley streaming live here on Steve Shetler Media. We'll go live shortly before 6 p.m. at Sigourney at Iowa Valley basketball tonight. Coming up this week on Steve Shetler Media Friday, we've got the Iowa Music Showcase. Jordan Beam going to be hanging out at Barn Wired in Sigourney for the showcase Friday from 11:30 to noon. Make sure you be there for that, tune in for that, or maybe listen to it later in podcast form. That's the Iowa Music Showcase with Jordan Beam. Saturday morning, back at Barn Wired for the sports section, talking to area coaches and athletes. The Saturday morning at 8. Again, you can be there in person, you can watch it live, or you can listen to it in podcast form, however you want to do that. Let's take a peek at our community calendar. It's sponsored by Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney, off of Highway 149. And if you need a place to host your event, do it at Enchanted Events. Weddings, graduations, reunions, so much more at Enchanted Events. They've got a fun event coming up that they're putting on themselves on Saturday, April 26th at Enchanted Events with Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys, one of our great Iowa country music groups. Get your tickets for that in advance and have a lot of fun there. Otherwise, coming up on the calendar, we've got Puzzle Palooza being put on by the Kiwanis Club of Sigourney. The Kiwanis is going to be doing that at the Grant Ranch in Sigourney, so that's Saturday, March 8th. Make sure you put that on your calendar if you like to put puzzles together. Also on the calendar, we've got The Boys at the Watch Your Opera House coming up on Saturday, February 22nd. We're a few weeks away from that. Go check out Lee and Adam Klett and The Boys at the Watch Your Opera House on Saturday, February 22nd. And then also on the calendar, if you want to know how to do beekeeping, beginning beekeeper class is going on at the Environmental Learning Center, Mahaska County Conservation's Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa. Check that out. Get a hold of Laura DeCook and the gang at the Mahaska County Conservation. I think that gets us through most of our stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into some birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, birthdays for today. Sponsored each and every day by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your broker, owner, realtor. Hometown-re.com. Hometown Real Estate sponsors our birthdays. On the hometown side, we've got Jenna Rachtora, I think is how you say her name. Rachtora? Jenna has a birthday today. Carrie Tennis with a birthday today. Chicken Lady Carrie. And then my friend Rodney Roughton has a birthday today as well. So Rodney, happy birthday, Carrie and Jenna, all with the birthdays today. Celebrity birthdays. Spell potato. Dan Quayle. The spell potato thing. Google Dan Quayle. You'll find out real quick about his spelling of potato. Dan Quayle, the former vice president, turning 78 years old today. Rocker Alice Cooper, 77 years old. Got LT, football player Lawrence Taylor. That guy could sack some quarterbacks in the day. 66 years old. Do you remember Lawrence Taylor also headlined a WrestleMania one time? He wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania, WWF, back in the day. Country singer Clint Black is 63. Boxer Oscar De La Hoya is 52. And singer, look at that last name, Natalie Imbruglia. How do you say her last name? Anyway, she's 50. Happy birthday. Hometown Real Estate sponsoring our birthdays here on Steve Shetler Media. Boy, we kind of breezed through things this morning. Let's take a look at my ugly mug. Hello, how you doing on this Tuesday? Again, we are doing the morning wake up. It's sponsored by Brothers Market. We're live from the Oski Dental Studios. I'm looking at the question. Yeah, there's a scammer. A scammer in the comments that I had to block, so adios to the scammer. On this date in history, again, it's February 4th. On this date in history, it was 1789, George Washington, chosen as the first president of the United States. President Washington. It was on this date in 1927, the first talking film, The Jazz Singer, made its debut, starring Al Jolson. The Jazz Singer. And then 1932, the very first Winter Olympics, held in Lake Placid, New York. Winter Olympics 1932 in Lake Placid. All right. Also today on the National Day calendar, dude, it's National Hemp Day, dude. Pass the Doritos. It's National Homemade Soup Day. It's National Create a Vacuum Day. How do you create a vacuum? And it's also National Thank a Mail Carrier Day. So when your mail gets delivered today, if you happen to see your mailman or mailwoman, make sure you thank them. Thank a Mail Carrier Day. Those are your days for today. Okay, we are well into the show. Let's hear it once again from our headline sponsor, Brothers Market. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Sweethearts Rosé from Tassel Ridge Winery is the perfect gift for your Valentine. This sweet rosé offers strawberry and candied fruit aromas and juicy, ripe fruit flavors, and it's packaged in a 500 milliliter heart-shaped bottle with a clear Valentine's label. Sweethearts Rosé is a unique, classy Valentine's gift that will be appreciated by anyone who likes a sweet rosé. Sweethearts Rosé is available in very limited quantities and only at Tassel Ridge Winery.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servepro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Hey, big thanks to all of our sponsors. That includes our headliner on the Morning Wake Up, Brothers Market in Sigourney, Iowa. We also are coming to you live from the Oski Dental Studios. And a good morning to you. Let's do some things you need to know. And some things you need to know. Texas has become the first state to ban DeepSeek on government devices. What is DeepSeek? It is some new Chinese artificial intelligence that people are using. DeepSeek banned on government devices in Texas. Have you heard Little House on the Prairie coming back? It's making a comeback on Netflix. They're redoing Little House on the Prairie. How are they going to ruin Little House on the Prairie? How woke is a Little House on the Prairie going to be? I envision it being just horrible. But we'll see. We'll see. University of Iowa, of course, if you're here in Iowa, unless you live under a rock, you know that the University of Iowa honored Caitlin Clark over the weekend by retiring her number and hoisting it into the rafters. Of course, the Iowa Hawkeye women also got a huge, much-needed win over number 4 USC on that day as well. David Letterman was in attendance. It was a big deal. Caitlin Clark getting her number retired. Nebraska Cornhuskers head coach Matt Rule. You ever noticed how Matt Rule for Nebraska, he's always licking his lips on the sideline. I mean, what? Watch a Nebraska football game coming up in the fall. The guy is constantly licking his lips. I don't know why. Matt Rule, Nebraska, says Nebraska will likely cancel their spring game so that other coaches don't watch and steal his good players. That's where college football is these days. Coaches are now so anxious and worried about losing their players that they're not even going to have a spring game most likely in Nebraska. So that's kind of crazy. Mel B. Was Mel B in Spice Girls? Mel B? Mel B rejoining America's Got Talent for season 20. Heidi Klum departing the show. So Mel B, along with her sisters Mel A and Mel C. Annual Girl Scout cookie sale in pre-order mode right now. The full-blown sale begins a week from Friday. So get your orders in for those delicious, expensive Girl Scout cookies. I'll take some lemonades and some of those, I don't know what they're called, the peanut butter ones with the chocolate over them. Those. I like those. All right, Justin and Hailey Bieber divorcing. Well, of course, the rumors say that they are, but even though the Biebers and all their believers went for a public stroll the other day with their son Jack. So are the Biebs getting divorced? I don't know. Beyonce, she won a Grammy Award the other night for Best Country Album, as the world laughs at country music now. Beyonce taking that hardcore country music out on tour, the Cowboy Carter Tour. Going to be swinging through cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, London, Paris, Houston, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and Vegas coming up in 2025. So, country and Western. I say that as a joke. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter Tour. Costco and the Teamsters have reached a tentative agreement to avoid a strike. There you go, if you're a Costco fan. How about Faye Vincent, who became an unexpected baseball commissioner following the 1989 death of A. Bartlett Giamatti, was forced out 3 years later by owners intent on a labor confrontation with the players, has passed away. Faye Vincent, former baseball commissioner, dying at the age of 86. Sean P. Diddy Combs, Diddy, has reportedly been transported to a local hospital due to a knee injury. What's he doing on his knees? Sean Diddy, P. Diddy having some parties in prison, Season 27 of The Voice made its premiere last night. John Legend, Michael Bublé returning as judges, while Adam Levine? Is it Levine or Levine? I have trouble with last names, people. I don't know pop stars. I don't know if it's Levine or Levine. Anyway, Adam was back in the red chair for the first time since 2019. Kelsey Ballerini also making her full-time coaching debut on The Voice. Shall we go to the impossible? Today's impossible. It's impossible question. Today's impossible question. What marine creature has a feeding organ known as Aristotle's lantern? What kind of a question is this? What marine creature has a feeding organ? How does it eat? It eats with an organ known as Aristotle's lantern. Think about that. Let's go to the comments. Dan, good morning. Patrick, Bubby, Sandy, Dixie, Sherry, Anthony, Sherry, Amber, Nancy, Douglas. Yes, Amber has all of the answers today to all of my questions. Pat, Scary Spice, ignore the G, tag-alongs, and then is it Levine or Levine? I don't know. Thanks, Amber, for all the info in the comments. Again, today's impossible question. What marine creature has a feeding organ known as Aristotle's lantern? It is a sea urchin. A sea urchin. So use that information. I'm sure that'll come up in just normal everyday discussion today. Aristotle's lantern. Sea urchins. Let's go to the weird.
That is weird.
In the weird today, police just saw their murder case against a suspect collapse after a judge threw out key evidence because it was all based on a faulty AI facial recognition match. Yeah, investigators struggling to solve a homicide earlier this year sent blurry security footage to an intelligence hub that collaborates with law enforcement agencies. The system, which uses a controversial face recognition platform, identified the man, leading to a no-knock warrant where police basically went in, arrested the guy. Long story short, it wasn't him. The AI facial recognition did it wrong. It wasn't the right guy. So, yeah. So much for that murder case. Let's go to Tesla. Levine, I see. Thank you. Tesla. Now, imagine spending a small fortune on a Tesla vehicle, and then it just, goes belly up on you the very next day. That actually happened. Let's see here. A Tesla owner who barely made it 115 miles on his new Tesla before it was a Model Y Tesla collapsed, literally. He was driving his wife and young child. The car suddenly lost steering control, which was a pretty scary experience. Turned out that the front right suspension had failed. Fixing it required 40 hours of labor and a $14,000 bill. And then the kicker is Tesla refused to pay a cent, blaming it on a prior suspension damage. But again, the vehicle, which was new, only had 115 miles on it. So, yeah, $14,000 later on that brand new Tesla. Hopefully that person is rich and could afford it. How about other weird news? They're saying that the United States is not that safe to travel in for women who are traveling alone. Multiple safety indexes rank the United States among the most dangerous Western nations for female travelers, putting it below places like Qatar, Argentina, and Cuba. Now that's hard to believe. Women traveling in the United States, it's more dangerous than Cuba or Argentina? I don't know how they do their ranking system, but I mean, depending on where you're at, you wouldn't be one walking like downtown St. Louis by yourself, obviously. Let's go to some other stuff. How about this? Spending 25 years on a cruise ship sounds, maybe like your dream come true if you like cruise ships. But the thing is, for one man, he actually did this for the most part for 25 years. Again, must be a rich guy. It has a strange side effect. When he walks on land, he actually feels like he's off balance. He's been out in the ocean on cruise ships for so long that when he walks on regular, Earth, on regular land, he feels off balance. He's all wobbly. He has logged over 1,000 voyages with the same cruise line. He says his body is so used to the ship's constant motion that dry land now feels unstable. That would be weird. Oh, how about this? Imagine going on a vacation and then coming back to your home and the top 8 feet of your trees in your yard that maybe line your yard next to your neighbors. The top 8 feet of those trees have been chopped off. Yeah, that is what happened. A guy went on TikTok, of course, to complain about it. He had returned home to find the top 8 feet of his trees hacked off without his permission. Now, the neighbor denied involvement, but the homeowner is left dealing with the damage, and lots of people telling him to lawyer up. I definitely would. So, yeah, the top 8 feet of his trees mysteriously disappearing. Let's see here, and finally, in the weird, chaos breaking out at the Opry Mills Mall in Nashville as panicked shoppers fled after hearing what they thought were gunshots, prompting a massive police response. Again, this is in Nashville. Metro Nashville police later stated there was, quote, no evidence of any gunfire, confirmed a fight did happen inside the shopping center, causing the disturbance. Witnesses described crowds sprinting for the exits, but no signs of gunfire in that mall fight. What else is going on today? Let's do one more weird news story. Here's a plot twist. A nurse got a little too close to one of her patients. Reports say that a nurse seduced a paraplegic man. Reports say she seduced the man, convinced him she had genuine feelings, even dropped the word love to him. But just when he probably thought that he had found something meaningful, she ended things in what's being called the cruelest way imaginable. And you got to wonder, how much worse can a breakup get than when you're dumping somebody who is already dealing with obviously lots of health issues. The details of how she ended it haven't all been made public, but it's making headlines like this. Safe to assume it wasn't a polite text. So, yeah, the nurse said. Now, I don't know what they mean here by saying that she seduced the paraplegic man. But anyway, let's move on. This that was weird. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. Got some disorder today. Driving under the influence is always a horrible thing to do. Going 116 miles per hour while you're drunk is a horrible thing to do. 37-year-old man just got 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to a 2022 DUI crash that killed 3 people. According to prosecutors, he was drunk, distracted by his phone, and driving like a wannabe NASCAR driver. Tragically, all 3 passengers, a woman and 2 men, died at the scene. That is horrible. Let's go to a school aide at a publicly funded autism center pleading guilty to felony abuse after being caught on video grabbing... Ooh, this is nasty. Caught on video grabbing and dragging an autistic teen by the genitals. Ouch! She says she also hit another autistic student in the head with a laptop. What? Wow. So I'm assuming, let's see here, that she's, wow, she actually, all right, despite the severity of the actions, the aide faces 1 to 3 year prison sentence, possible deportation. The judge acknowledged the lifelong trauma inflicted on the victims, but still approved the plea agreement. So getting off kind of easy for grabbing someone by the handful and then hitting somebody else over the head with a laptop. Sounds like something out of a pro wrestling match. Florida for some disorder. Something disgusting happened. Ew. Ew. This is from... Ew. Ew. A man was going through his dad's phone in Florida, found child porn on his dad's phone while trying to fix his locked email account. Gross. Google had actually already flagged the account after detecting illegal images. Once police were alerted, an investigation uncovered nearly 1,000 files of child pornography, including images of victims as young as 5. So, ooh, that's just gross. 20 felony charges, each carrying up to 15 years. We'll see what happens there. After, I feel like I need to take a shower. Let's do something that'll make you smile.
Something that makes you smile.
And something to make you smile. It's brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions, Dr. Stacy Freeze. You know, we're well into the new year. It's time for a new you. Start your year with confidence. Do it at Lifetime Dental Solutions on the east side of the square in Sigourney. Stop in, see Dr. Stacy Freeze. Well, this is a kind of a feel-good story, a you can do it story. A former hairdresser left behind a minimum wage job to build a successful spray tanning business, proving that a career shift can lead to significant opportunities. I am also, that's me as well. Significant career shifts can end up being really, really good. Frustrated by a job prioritizing high sales targets over personal fulfillment, she decided to explore another area of the beauty industry, one that she was passionate about. So this story is going to get posted at 7:45. Follow your dreams, people. Could lead to big things. Again, that former hairdresser, from minimum wage to a very highly successful spray tanning business. Read about that coming up on Something to Make You Smile. We'll post that at 7:45 on Facebook. Let's go to the duh.
Duh.
In the duh today, let's go to Oregon. 2-year-old out in Oregon was forgotten on a daycare bus for 3 hours in near freezing temps with no coat, no shoes, and sitting in a soiled diaper. Because apparently, nobody at the daycare knew that the kid was missing. The child was only discovered when the bus was supposed to take her home. So they basically picked this, 2-year-old up? Is that what I said? 2-year-old child on a bus, stayed there all day, and didn't realize it until they got back on the bus to take kids home. The daycare, called Doris's Place, has since, of course, apologized to the furious mother. Let's see here. The bus driver, the daycare staff, and every single person involved all failed, and authorities are now investigating. So we'll see what happens. That 2-year-old left on the bus all day long. That is pretty bad. Let's take a look at our forecast, brought to us by the Garden Gate. Once again, increasing clouds today, a high of 29. And then tomorrow, chances some snow to start off the day, maybe some freezing rain, most likely, in the afternoon and into the evening tomorrow. So keep your eyes on tomorrow. Things could get nasty. Again, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney. They are our headline sponsor. And we thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. On the way today, let me look up at the video schedule. We've got In Remembrance of, 8 a.m. We'll get to what's happening in Southeast Iowa, community calendar video. We've got, let's see here, Successful Farming, 5:30. And probably get a Tuesday edition of Real Talk with Pastor Aaron Fleming and myself. And then basketball tonight, Sigourney at Iowa Valley. So a full day coming up here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. All right, that does it for today. You guys be good, be safe. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.